welcome to a Galaxy Man Show interview show. So for my very first guest of this week is this incredible actress known by the name of Erica, who has been in this incredible series called Lost Girl, and she has also been in Shadowhunters. So I'm about to add Erica into the live now to have a chat with Erica about her projects that she's been in. So yeah, let's add Erica in and have a chat with Erica. Hi Erica, how's it going?
Hi, I'm good. How are you?
Yeah, really good, thanks. I just want to say first up, thank you so much, Erica, for taking the time to join my show. It's such a pleasure having you on today. To people that don't know who you are, if you can give like a bit of backstory about who you are and what you do, and then we'll dive right into the questions.
Sure, yeah. Well, I'm an actress and I'm from Canada and I just launched a web series that I wrote with my buddy Jesse Camacho, who's also a Canadian actor. And yeah, we've just been kind of like, we've launched it on YouTube on Alternative TV a few weeks ago, and we've just been promoting that. And you know, that's yeah, that's what I've been up to.
So we'll dive right into the very first question now, Erica. So you back in 2020, you were actually in a short drama called Typical Love Story, and you actually played the role of Jasmine in Typical Love Story. What was like the whole experience like getting to play Jasmine in Typical Love Story?
Yeah, that was a really cool project I did with some really, really talented writers and directors. And it was a short about like online dating, like navigating that whole uh, landmine field. And it was really fun. I worked with an amazing actor named Altair Vincent, and we like went on a date in the short film, and it kind of all goes awry because he's like obsessed with social media, and but then at the end of the movie, spoiler alert, she like finds out like how many followers he has, and she can't help but stay away. So yeah, it's kind of just a comment on, you know, today's dating scene and the world of the internet.
Awesome. So on to our very next question. So you have also been in a film called The Office Game, and you actually played the role of Catherine in The Office Game. What was that whole experience like getting to be in The Office Game?
Yeah, that was really cool too. It was like an project that I got to shoot back in my hometown of Montreal. It was really fun. It was working with great people again. Catherine was a really fun character because she's super type A. She's the HR girl who like kind of has to keep everybody's antics like under control. 'Cause, you know, that's just kind of what an office life is. And yeah, it was fun because it's completely different from who I am. Like I don't think I could ever kind of keep anyone in check. So that was really interesting. I love playing people who I'm like the opposite of.
So on to our very next question. So in 2013, you have also been in this series called Lost Girl. Such an incredible series. What was it like getting to play the milkmaid in Lost Girl? And did you ever get to meet Anna Silk?
Yeah, I did. My scene was actually with her, and that was actually, it was such a long time ago. It was my first job when I first got to Toronto, so it was like the most exciting thing because it was my first project when I moved to a new city. Um, and yeah, so it was a really great experience. Anna was lovely to work with. It was all around a wonderful experience, and it really helped me get my foot in the door in a new industry. So, yeah.
Awesome. So on to our very next question. So in 2017, you have also been in another incredible sci-fi series called Shadowhunters, and you actually played the role of Aloise. What was that whole experience like for you getting to be in Shadowhunters?
Yeah, that was awesome as well. It was, again, it's a character unlike any other that I've played or like myself. It's she's a vampire first of all, so there's that. And you know, it was fun because they like fit you for fangs, so you get these like personalized like crazy teeth. And you know, she's a villain, so she's like kind of like this drug lord vampire who's like trying to entice Emerald or Isabel. And yeah, it was great. It was such a good experience. Everyone was really cool to work with, and yeah, I had a blast playing an evil character.
So on to our very next question. So, what like who inspired you as a person to like get into acting in the first place?
I'd have to say my grandma, because she was an actress too, and so growing up when I was like from when I was really really young, we were always putting on shows and like dressing up, and that's really when I got my first taste for it, and then it kind of just took off from there. I was always in school shows, and um, the passion never stopped, and here we are.
So on to our very next question. So you have actually been in a mini series called Crossroads. What was that whole experience like for you getting to play the role of Erica in Crossroads?
Yeah, well, like I said, my friend Jesse Camacho, he's also a Toronto actor. We kind of came up with the concept for it a few years ago, and she plays like well, Erica is a delusional actress who thinks she's like hot shit and like has a documentary camera crew follow her around even though no one asked to see her life. So it's kind of a mockumentary style thing, and that was a great experience too because I got to write it with a buddy, and we got to have all creative say over what we put out there. So it's, you know, it's always nice to have a lot of control over what you do. And we had a blast shooting it. We mixed like the script part with improv, and we kind of just threw a bunch of shit at the wall and saw what stuck. And yeah, we just had a great time doing it.
So my very next question. So what have you learned about yourself as a person, like especially during COVID these past few years?
Oh, what a journey. Yeah, you know, the first few months proved to me that you know, we're all a lot stronger than we think we are. You know, when you think the world is ending, you just push through and kind of prove to yourself that you'll be okay. And then I kind of got to work. You know, I started doing a lot of writing. I have 3 projects in development now, so that's really exciting. And like it made me value the people in my life, and whether it be the working relationships or my family or my friends. And yeah, it just kind of like gave me the time to focus on things I love doing.
So on to the very next question. So if you could be in any TV or movie franchise, what would it be and why?
um, my favorite TV show, other than Friends, which is over, so that ship has sailed. But my favorite show is Curb Your Enthusiasm. I love that show. I love Larry David. I think like just to be able to hang around Larry David for a couple hours would be a dream come true because I think I'd love him. So I would have to be Curb Your Enthusiasm.
So on to the very next question. So what are like the positive sides and negative sides into like the acting industry, and how do you get through those like negatives as an actress?
You know, the positives are obviously the booking a huge job and like getting to work with people you admire and like having projects out there that you're really proud of. But obviously the other side is that sometimes that's not happening, and you kind of just have to keep your head held high and know that there's something around the corner that's awesome coming your way. Um, what is what I think is a really good way of coping with it is, you know, this series that I wrote with my buddy is kind of about this girl who's like in the lull in her career, but who is completely delusional and thinks that she's like the biggest star that Canada's ever seen. So it's kind of like an outlet for any kind of frustration or anything like that. But it's a very good outlet for those kinds of emotions that come up.
So my very last question, Erica. So What's like next for you for like the rest of 2021, like project wise, that you would like to announce on the show?
Well, you can always go and watch Crossroads, which just launched on Popternative TV on YouTube. We're kind of like the pilot scripted content on that channel, so definitely go check that out and support. Um, Otherwise, like I said, I have a few projects in development. They're movies, I can say that. Two rom-coms and one thriller, but I can't say much more than that because they're not ready to go yet. So, but stay tuned.
Awesome. Well, can I just say thank you so much, Erica, for taking the time to join my show. It's been such a pleasure having you on today. Do you have like any last final thoughts that you'd like to say to people on the show?
Well, thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you for having me. This has been really fun. Just thank you very much.